I'm Jack. I'm a rising sophomore at Fremont High School, and this is my pretty much completely mechanical build, which is the Fetch-o-Matic ball launcher. And here's the demonstration. Yeah. So this is mainly composed of 4 parts: the circuit, which is on the underside, the casing, which is what you see now, and then the motor assembly, which is all this, and the spring assembly, which is all this. The circuit, which is on the back, is pretty much a motor, a switch right here, and a really strong battery. The switch I'm currently using is a toggle switch, which requires force to turn both on and off. It's commonly found like your house to turn lights on and off. The casing is pretty much just a box without a top, with some modifications like holes and bars to guide the ball. And then the motor assembly is one of the more complicated parts. It has a brass pipe going through it, and there's a pulley and a whacker. I use the pulley as basically just a giant washer with a set screw in it. And I use the set screw to pin the brass pipe to the motor shaft, which is underneath all the stuff. And it basically makes the whacker spin along with the motor. And the spring assembly is a spring and a repurposed door hinge. And yeah, so that's cool. I faced a lot of problems while building this, one of which was my design. Before, it used to be a more slingshot style design, in which the whacker would rotate this way and it would be attached to a spring. And the spring plus the force of the motor would accelerate it here, and it would hit the ball off the micro switch right here, which is currently cut. It does nothing. It would hit it out of the box and it'd fly. However, I faced a ton of problems with this. So instead of going for the slingshot build, I managed to go for an extremely powerful doorstop. So another problem I faced was when my epoxy broke. Before, I was using epoxy to hold my motor assembly down to my motor. So then when that broke, it took me a really long time to even think of a way to fix this. Yet another thing I had going against me was my wood was just really bad. Like, I had to drill multiple pilot holes going straight down so that I could put the screws in. And on multiple occasions, it would just splint and it would register like an area of the wood completely unusable for me later. Another problem I had was friction, actually, with this pulley. It's really big and it's really connected to the motor. So when I mounted the motor extremely close to the bottom, it just caused this pulley to just not move at all. It was completely stuck to the ground and just wouldn't spin, which pretty much registers this whole thing useless. I learned a lot of things about engineering. I learned that basically if you get around your third time, count yourself lucky. And that you have to adapt to every failure you get. You have to keep on changing so that you can do better than that. Yeah, this is my project. It's completely mechanical. Looks simple. It's not. Any questions?
What are some modifications you could do to launch the ball further?
Oh, well, some modifications I could do is try to find a way to go back to my slingshot style build and have that work better. Or I could just make this spring like either much more like of a better metal, or I could have it just be a bit longer so that the curve can go farther back and then fire the ball farther. Yes.
So why did you pick this project?
I was scared of coding. Going fully mechanical.
Why do you use little sticking out pieces of wood on the top?
These?
Yeah.
Those used to be to hold up the roof, which is where I attached the other nut that would hold the spring. But then, you know, I changed up my whole design and those kind of just stayed there.